Bellevue West will once again have one of the best offenses in the state of Nebraska this season. Hi, Sean Callahan with HuskerOnline. That's the next stop of our in-state tour as we caught up with veteran T-Bird head coach Mike Huffman.
I think culturally last year we had a much better year. You know, the kids had a lot better work ethic. The chemistry in the locker room and in the weight room are much better. And the older I get, you know, with age comes some wisdom. Those are some things that you really have to focus more. And I don't know if it's the Twitter generation, the TikTok, whatever it is, getting along and just means more in 2025. So we're spending a lot of time with that. We have a lot of good players returning, but we were young last year, so I was really glad with the steps we took. You know, 10 straight years of winning a first-round playoff game is something that we're very proud of. But at the same time, when you're at Bellevue West, you're not there to win one playoff game. You want to play deep into November, you know, the semifinals, the state championships. And, you know, we had some struggles in the offensive line last year that we think we're going to get squared away. We've got a bunch of kids back. Having a returning quarterback always gets you excited, and having some skilled kids that can stretch the field to open it up for our running backs should bode well. We got to replace some linebackers, a couple DBs, but otherwise we should be pretty solid.
And arguably the top prospect here for the T-Birds in 2025 will be 2026 wide receiver Jermaine Green. He runs 10.80 in the 100, 22.004 in the 200, and he's already picked up a few different FCS offers.
It translates to being able to beat defenders over the top, like on my film or from what I heard from colleges. They really like seeing my speed and being able to run past defenders and use my speed on the field.
Well, first of all, he's a great human being. You know, you say that and you want all the kids to be, but he walks that every day. He's had some tough circumstances, you know, in the last couple of months, but he's still getting things done. The thing that's really impressive with him, he's opposite of most of our stud receivers that we had. He really likes to block, okay, and then we've had to work on the ball skills. Well, those things are coming together. You know, he was out working with Will the other day, getting some extra reps, but that's what you have to do. But you got that big body. What do you weigh in at?
He weighed in at 193.
Yeah, 193, a little over 6 foot. That's cooking, especially when they run that fast. So we're really excited about him. Would love to see him get the ball a little bit quicker and then make a guy miss here and there, so we can throw that five-yard ball and go 80 and make Will and I look smart.
Going into my junior year, I really wanted to work on my catching, and I got a lot better with that. And I had 38 receptions for 718 yards with 9 touchdowns. And going into that, I think I did really good with being able to have the least amount of receptions on our team but still be productive with how many yards I got.
And look for Green's stock to continue to rise.
So far, I have offers from North Dakota State and South Dakota. And just before here, I've been talking with NIU a lot, and with their head coach, they've been recruiting me heavy. And all the Dakota schools I've been hearing a lot from, and UNI, and a little bit from Nebraska still.
And then throwing Green the football will be quarterback Will Anderson, who will be entering now his second year as a starter for the T-Birds.
Biggest growth was probably, you know, really just kind of come out confident and trying to take what the defense gives me instead of trying to take a shot or be too antsy with the ball and just kind of let it rip.
Well, the thing I'm most excited about is after he's had a whole season of running the show, he understands the protection checks better than he did early. He talked about his reading the defenses is where he's really improved those. Where he's improved the most is his touch. When we first got him a couple years ago, he threw everything like it was a 99-mile-per-hour fastball, and there are some times that you need that ball. But most of the time you're throwing some sort of 2.5 ball where it's got to have a little arc, like over the linebacker, underneath the safety. So as he improves with that even more, I'm excited. Taking what the defense gives us, he was very aggressive, which I like. You have to be aggressive. But there's also some times where there were some things, maybe a hitch or maybe an RPO that we could have taken advantage of that'll help us move the chains a little bit more.
I came a long way from just being a kid when I was younger who just had a strong arm and kind of struggled to read a defense, and now I definitely think I developed with reading defenses better and making better decisions with the football.
Anderson threw for nearly 2,000 yards a year ago, along with 21 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions.
I'm pretty heavy right now with UNI. I'm going to visit there next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Then I'm expected to take junior day to North Dakota. Then I'll come up to see a few practices at South Dakota State, North Dakota, and NIU.
And then finally, another prospect to keep tabs on here in the class of 2026 is 6'2", 175-pound safety / wide receiver Adrien Wilson.
I'm really excited about Adrien. It's one of the beauties of coaching high school football. Not every kid is a superstar in 9th and 10th grade. Adrien grew really fast, so we kind of chuckled because he looked like a baby giraffe. Well, now he's grown into that body, and we were playing him at slot receiver last year, but we needed him in the Central game to move to safety, and he came in and he saved the day. I don't know that we would have came back and won that football game if we wouldn't have moved Adrien to safety because he's so violent coming up in the run game. Now, he'll have to play both ways next year. We don't do that a lot, but he'll be one of our guys. He'll play the slot receiver. He's a very good blocker. He's got great hands, and then he's going to play that safety spot.
Reporting with Bellevue West here at the In-State Tour, I'm Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com.